Hi everyone, this is Braden, and I saw yesterday that D&D Beyond dropped this thing called the Thieves Gallery on their website, and it's supposed to have stat blocks for the characters in Honor Among Thieves, a movie that's releasing at the end of this month. I do want to stress that this has some spoilers or potential spoilers for the characters in here. So if you don't want any spoilers for the movie, I would suggest not watching this video. But for those that are interested, I am gonna look it over. So I've already claimed this. So this little like page has stat blocks for all the characters, some custom art for them, and I think that's some of definitely the descriptions in here give some insight into the characters and what some of their goals might be. Once again, if you don't want to know those, I would wait to watch this video until after the movie comes out and you've seen it. But I've already looked at it, so I'm going to go over it. So Doric, this woman is a tiefling taken in by a wood elf conclave in the Neverwinter Wood after being abandoned as a child, and she guards her adoptive community with nature's ferocity. The Circle of the Moon has taught her to heed her primal instincts, which rarely lead her astray. She can be brusque, but she will fight tooth and nail for a cause she believes in. Doric has joined the Emerald Enclave, a network of survivalists who tend to balance between civilization and nature. When the Lord of Neverwinter targeted her woodland home for its resources, Doric rallied the resistance. So that might be some backstory. That's probably a lot of backstory stuff for her. But this confirms that she's a Circle of the Moon druid. So it's interesting that she's able to turn into an owlbear. So these stat blocks have relatively good stats. So she's neutral good, got leather armor on, which makes perfect sense based on what we see here. 104 hit points. Basic saving throws for a druid, insight, nature, perception, survival. Those all look decent. Some good stats. Probably rolled. I guess. She knows Common, Druidic, Elvish, Infernal, and Sylvan. It's a lot of languages. Though the Elvish and Sylvan make a lot of sense with this backstory. Raised in a wood elf conclave. She's got shaped claw sling. I wonder if she can like half change her hands into claws with like a wild shape type ability. Interesting. Now this might show us some insight on what spells she casts in the movie. She's got Animal Messenger, Beast Scent, Speak with Animals, Cure Wounds, Entangle, Fairy Fire, and Thunder Wave. She can shape change 5 times a day, transforming into a beast with a challenge rating of 3 or less, or into an owlbear. So there's that stipulation there. And she's got Fiery Rebuke, which is the tiefling's rebuke spell. She doesn't have like darkness in here. Interesting. Okay, but that's Doric's stat block, so that might be stuff that she uses in the movie. Would be my guess. Now, Edkin is a bard. He was once a member of the Harpers, but he forsworn his oath and turned to thievery to support his family. His confidence and rakish demeanor make him a natural leader. He only steals from people he believes deserve to lose both coin and face. But when his past mistakes come calling, Edgin must face the music. He now seeks to make amends for those he's wronged and to confront those who have wronged him. There's some special art for his character. So, he's wearing leather armor here. Doesn't look like he's wearing any armor, honestly, but yeah, leather armor. Chaotic good, which makes a lot of sense. Dex Charisma, which are bard saving throws. He's got some decent stats. Very decent stats. 14, 16, 14, 14, 16, 18. A well-rounded bard. Got skills, deception, performance, persuasion, sleight of hand. If he was a player character, he'd also have plus ones to every other skill. He only knows common. Not surprised. Got a reinforced loot attack, a short sword, disorienting words. Taunts up to 3 creatures he can see within 60 feet of himself. Spellcasting. He's got friends, message, charm person, disguise self, and suggestion. And his reaction is expiring words, which is bardic inspiration. Alright, now we have Forge Fitzwilliam. He's a con artist, a criminal who's left a trail of broken promises and false identities along the Sword Coast. Conceals flexible morals and a ready dagger behind his winning smile. Forge enjoys the finer things in life, particularly when they result from his own cleverness. Decades of heists and cons haven't slicked his burst. In fact, his ambitions only grow grander with time. That's some really good art of him. This looks like it's gilded in gold. Forge Fitzwilliam. Oh, something I forgot to say. So Doric is a CR5. Edgin is a CR5. Forge is a CR8. He knows common and thieves can't. He's got a multitude of skills because he is a rogue. Dex and intelligence, but he's a rogue. Skills, he's got 110 hit points. 17 armor class, disarming charm. That's his charisma modifier to his AC. And he's got a 20 charisma, which is really good. So really good mental skills. Double cross. If Forge hits a creature friendly to him with an attack roll, the attack is automatically a critical hit. So he's definitely going to turn on the party in the movie, would be my guess. Evasion, that's basic rogue. Cunning is basic rogue. Uncanny dodge is basic rogue. He's got a heavy crossbow. Hit or miss if the target is a creature, it has disadvantage on the next attack roll for the start of Forge's next turn. That's pretty neat. His dagger does 4 piercing damage plus 24 poison damage. Poison until the end of its next turn. 2 dagger attacks, 2 heavy crossbow attacks, or 1 of each. Holga Kilgore. Oh, this is the one that surprised me. Holga Kilgore is a member of the Uthgard Elk tribe. She's not a dwarf, like a lot of us thought. This is what I think a lot of us thought she was. She's actually a member of the Uthgard Elk tribe. Woman of few words, let her actions about to speak for her. A fearsome combatant when her ire is up. Holga wields anything that comes to hand, from weapons to snacks. Her unwavering loyalty makes her a fierce defender of allies, particularly her best friend Edgin. After Holga was exiled from her clan. Interesting. She wandered unmoored and craving a connection. Now that she has forged a new home with Edgin and his band of thieves, he won't lose another family without a fight. Cool. He's got some neat art there. The Kilgore. Chaotic good humanoid. Armor class 15, 120 hit points. 19, 14, 16, 11, 16, 13. That's not bad at all. But she's got her 15 armor classes are unarmored defense. Strength and con saves makes sense. Athletics, intimidation, nature, and survival. This is interesting. Her weapon, her Darksteel Great Axe, grants her resistance to lightning damage. I wonder if that's something that we'll see in the movie. She does common and halfling. She's got reckless. Yeah. Magic weapon grants her resistance to lightning damage while she carries it. Pretty interesting. And then she can make 3 Darksteel Great Axe or improvised weapon attacks. Let's go. Her improvised weapons do a 1d6 plus 4, which is pretty cool. Wrestle. 1 second. Holga shoves a creature within 5 feet of herself. The creature must succeed on a DC 15 strength save or be moved 5 feet to an unoccupied space of Holga's choice. Oh, so she could shove as a bonus action. That's pretty neat. Now this is some interesting information here. Simon Almar. That's this character here, played by Justice Smith. Simon suffers under the weight of his family name, though he's a descendant of an elf and the legendary wizard Elminster Almar. So he's a descendant of an elf and Elminster. Simon's own source is wild magic. Runs uncontrolled through his veins, so he's a wild magic sorcerer. Though he's dodged by doubt, the brave young mage has earned his place in Egan's crew. He performs best under pressure, instinctively unleashing his magic in dire moments. How he will continue to unlock his potential and what he will do with his volatile gift are yet to be seen. He's a very interesting stat block. So he's CR5. Oh wait, what was Holga? He's CR5. Simon is a CR5. At 12, armor class, 15 with mage armor, so he'll have mage armor. Get less hit points than everyone else because, of course, he's a sorcerer. Con and charisma, good. Arcana, deception, history, religion, survival. Oh, accidentally clicked on that. Dark vision, because he is a half elf. Common, Draconic, and Elvish. By ancestry, carries a bag of holding, 2 pairs of standing stones, and a deathly token. Wild magic. When Simon takes 20 or more damage from a single sorcerer takes damage from a critical hit, he must roll on the wild magic table in the player's handbook. This has some great information on how to make a monster that has wild magic. Because I would definitely use that feature, and then the spellcasting feature here is interesting as well. So multi-attack, he makes 3 quarterstaff or chaos bolt attacks. Quarterstaff makes perfect sense. Plus 2d10 force damage, interesting. Chaos bolt. 2d10 plus 8 damage of a random type determined by rolling a d8. Well, it's random, that's cool. Acid, cold, fire, force, lightning, poison, psychic, thunder. No, spellcasting says roll a d6. On a roll of 1, Simon must roll on the wild magic surge table in the player's handbook. On a roll of 2 or higher, Simon casts one of the following spells using charisma as his spellcasting ability. So he's got Mage Hand, Minor Illusion, Prestidigitation, Speak with Dead, which is from his Deathly Token. And then twice per day, each. He can cast Fog Cloud, Mage Armor, Magic Missile, Spider Climb, and once per day he's got Bigby's Hand and Major Image. And his reactions, he's got Shield, which is special for him. He can also use it to protect a creature within 10 feet of himself. Oh, it grants resistance to the damage. Cool. Okay. Interesting. Oh, and that must be his bag of holding. Cool. I did not know he was going to be he's the son of Elminster. Very interesting. Sophina. Now, Sophina is a red wizard of Thay. She's probably one of the villains of the movie. Sophina specializes in necromancy. Death magic and fear are both tools in her arsenal. As red wizards are shunned outside Thay, Sophia conceals her affiliations and coldly rebuffs any who seek her friendship. A canny operator, she has patiently moved her pieces into place, and her grand designs now begin to take shape. And she's got that horn that we've been seeing. Which I really wonder what this is. I've heard people theorize that it could be the Drackhorn. I think lore-wise, it could be something called the Horn of Orcus, because I believe Tam made a pact with Orcus in order to gain his wisdom. Or not his wisdom, but to gain all the power that he has. So that could be something there. But I'm not exactly sure. It looks very horn-like, so... So Sophina is CR15. She's a wizard, of course. She has a magic robe that grants her +2 to AC and +1 to saving throws. She's got great saving throws because of that. She's got very decent stats. She has an amazing con for a wizard. Got 17 armor class with mage armor. Damage resistance is necrotic. Now, yesterday this said damage vulnerabilities, so I'm pretty sure that was a typo and they fixed it today. Yeah, so she's resistant to necrotic damage. She knows Abyssal, Common, Draconic, Infernal, Thayan. She makes 3 necrotic strike attacks. +10 hit, reach 5 feet, or range 120 feet. 32 necrotic damage, so that's 96 necrotic damage per turn. That's a lot. Spellcasting. She can cast Mage Hand, Message, Prestidigitation, twice per day each. Bestow Curse, Bigby's Hand, Dimension Door, Mage Armor, Odalux Resilient Sphere, Thunder Wave, Everett's Black Tentacles, Finger of Death, and Time Stop. She's a really powerful wizard. Swarm of Meteors, once per day. Oh, so there's Meteor Swarm. No, unless I'm mistaken, I think Meteor Swarm is 3. And this says 4, so that's like a more powerful version. Oh, and it's 10d6 for each instead of 20d6. It's kind of like it's a not as powerful form of Meteor Swarm, but it has the exact same effects. And then bonus action, she can summon the spirit of a Thaint Assassin, which appears as a wraith. That's neat. I'm surprised she doesn't have a bonus action Misty Step ability because we have seen that in the trailers. But there's her picture again. She's pretty neat. Now Zank. Zank was raised in the nation of Thay. He's sworn an oath of devotion to aid the innocent. Every inch of the knight in shining armor, he thrives when inspiring goodness in his allies. The words, neither virtue nor blade shall break, are etched in celestial on the blade of his dagger sword. Zenk ages more slowly than a normal human, and with this gift comes the burden of perspective. His longevity has something to do with Saztan's nightmarish rise to power and Zenk's narrow escape from the Lich. Now based in Morbran's Shield, Zenk travels Faerun in search of evil to thwart. He approaches problems with absolute seriousness, a purpose, and outlook that clashes with Edgin's nonchalance. He's got some really good art. But that's some very interesting information. So he is a Thayan. And he's possibly as old as Saztan. Possibly. He's at least a lot older than he looks. How old, though, is unclear. But he's obviously human. So Zenk is lawful good. Probably why he got in trouble. He's got half plate. He's got 157 hit points. He's a CR 10. Not surprised. Strength and charisma saving throws. Interesting. He had 19, 11, 16, 14, 16, 17. That's really good. He's got skills in athletics, history, insight, survival. He's immune to the charmed, frightened, and poisoned conditions. He's got dark vision. Oh, that's very interesting. He's got dark vision. And he's human. He looks human. That might be a result of this. He knows common, Thayan, and undercommon. He has an aura protection. Zenk and his allies within 10 feet of him have advantage on saving throws. He makes 3 dagger sword attacks and uses dagger sword flourish. You can replace dagger sword flourish with cleansing touch if it's available. Choose the attack that corresponds to the dagger sword's current form. Long sword adds extra radiant damage, or short sword and dagger. Okay, so his dagger sword can either be a long sword or it can be a short sword and a dagger. That's neat. Dagger sword flourish. Magically detaches longsword's blade from its hilt, launching the blade at a creature you can see within 30 feet of himself. Is impaled by the blade, takes piercing damage and is knocked prone. At the end of the current turn, the blade magically reattaches to his hilt. That's cool. That's something we've seen in the trailer. Short sword and dagger. Each creature of his choice within 10 feet of him must make a dex save. On a failed save, they take piercing damage and have disadvantage on attack rolls until the start of Zenk's next turn. Cool. And he has cleansing touch. Really neat. And dagger sword shift. Turns the form as dagger sword, using one of the following forms: a long sword or a short sword in one hand and a dagger in the other. Okay, so that's that entire PDF. That has some very interesting information about the characters. The art in these are really good. That block seemed quite polished, which I like. And it makes me more excited for the movie, so thank you everyone for watching this video. I hope you liked this preview for Among Thieves. Some great insight into the main characters and the villains. But I'll go ahead and end this video. I'll catch you all later. And if you like this video, please feel free to like and subscribe to my channel. And I'll see you. Have a good one.